So, so I basically want to talk about another video, and it's basically reflecting on Floyd Mayweather's career, and like I want to talk about his knockouts. I want to talk about Mayweather's knockouts because a lot of people took his career for granted, and my favorite knockouts from Mayweather is when he stopped Arturo Gatti and when he stopped Philip Indu. Um, when he it was iconic when he stopped both of those guys, because when he beat Indu, it was like he was putting on a show. It's like he knew he was gonna win. I mean, the way he was doing the rope-a-dope, he was dancing on the ropes. I mean, no one could do the rope-a-dope like Mayweather, and he was just laughing while he was doing the rope-a-dope, and he wanted Indu to waste his energy, and the way he stopped him, he came with 4 straight rights, the same 4 straight rights he did to hurt Gotti in the 6th round. He did it to Indu in the 7th round. And that's crazy, because every time if Mayweather does that, he knows it's easy work. Like, he knows it's easy work. And the way Mayweather dances around the ring, and no one pivots like Mayweather. And the way it was because when Mayweather stopped Gotti, Mayweather predicted it. He predicted that he would stop Gotti within 6 rounds, and he said that in the press conferences leading up to the fight. He said that he would stop Gotti in 6 rounds. He said you can bet the money, you can put the money on it. You know, you can bet the house on it that I will stop him in within 6 rounds. It won't go past 6 rounds, and you know, and I feel like Mayweather took it personal. He took that fight personally. You know, I don't mean to disrespect Arturo Gatti. You know, rest in peace to Gotti, but Mayweather, he proved the point. He proved the point because he shows that the less you get hit, the longer you last in the sport of boxing. And some fighters don't understand that. You know, they just want to slug it out. And he said the less you get hit, the more you last in the sport. And I mean, look at Mayweather. He's 40, but he moves like he's 26 years old. You know, and he still looks young. Mayweather still looks young. You know, and Mayweather played the game correctly, and he showed that because Gotti was a slugger. You know, Gotti took a lot of punishment throughout his career. He wanted to show that taking punishment is not cool. It's not cool. He said in the press conferences, it's in the interviews, multiple interviews leading up to the fight with Arturo Gatti. It's not cool to be in the hospital. It's not cool to have a swollen eye. You know, and Mayweather proved this point. You know, he wanted to make it clear that when he punished Arturo Gatti within those 6 rounds, that, you know, boxing is not a game. You know, you need to have defense. You need to be a smart, intelligent fighter. You know, Mayweather doesn't just win his fights just because he's fast and athletic. I mean, Adrian Broner's athletic, but I mean, he's not as smart as Mayweather. He doesn't have the conditioning like Mayweather. And you know, it shows that you need to use your brain in a fight. You know, you need to, you know, you can't just use one guard or one stance. You have to try to confuse your opponent, and that's what Mayweather did to Gotti. And he knew Gotti was a slugger, so he wanted to mentally defeat him. He wanted to use different types of tactics to defeat Gotti, and he showed that taking punishment is not cool. Taking punishment is not cool in the ring. And Mayweather basically put on a show. I mean, Arturo Gatti did not hit Mayweather throughout the fight. I mean, Gotti looked demoralized throughout the fight, and Mayweather and Mayweather is the truth. He proved everyone wrong, and a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like it when you really speak the truth. And that was actually Mayweather's first pay-per-view fight, and at that time Mayweather's knockout ratio was really high. It was really high. It was, I mean, you know, like how you see Deontay Wilder knocking out his opponents. That's basically what Mayweather was doing. He was stopping his opponents. He was dragging his opponents all over the ring, dropping them and stopping them, not knocking them out. Mayweather has plenty of great stoppages. Plenty of great stoppages. Another stoppage I like is when he stopped Bruce Ellis. I mean, he was literally dancing to Bruce Ellis, embarrassing him, and then to just stop him like that, and then call out Shane Mosley and Oscar De La Hoya. And De La Hoya and Mosley, they didn't wanna fight Mayweather at that time because they knew he had a high knockout ratio, and they knew he was a real threat to them. You know, Mosley made excuses. De La Hoya made excuses why they couldn't fight him. You know, and it goes to show what the type of caliber, the type of fighter Mayweather was. He was brilliant. You know, he was a complete package. You know, and back then, you know, Mayweather, he was younger than ever. He was ready to go. You know, and yeah. People slept on Mayweather, and now that he's not fighting anymore, hopefully that, I mean, he signed a contract. I think he's still gonna fight, but I mean, since his like real career is over, hopefully people can appreciate him and look back on his fights and not be salty and actually appreciate his greatness. And just like that, more videos on the way, and on to the next one.